the internet. And our business is helping your businesses be found on the internet. And when I say yours, I mean anybody that's in business, not just this particular group. So part of the ways that we do that is we do that using applications that are available through Google. And from my last presentation, does anybody here remember what Google is?
It's a 1 with 1,000 zeros.
Okay. The number 10 raised to the power of 100, written out as 1 by 100 zeros. Okay.
There you go.
Now that's the technical, but what is it? What is Google?
Search engine.
Search engine. What else is Google? 99% of the time I hear search engine, and I actually asked that question in my last presentation. Google is a multinational, publicly traded organization built around the company's hugely popular search engine. Their other enterprises include analytics, cloud computing, advertising, web app browsers, operating systems development, and much more. They are currently the world's largest advertising agency. Who in here advertises their business on Google? Okay, now how do you do that? Do you do that because you have a website? Or are you actually using Google Apps to market your business? Are you buying keywords through Google AdWords campaigns? There's a lot of different ways to use tools that are out there, and part of what we talk about is the stuff that's free. Over 90% of their revenue comes from paid advertising. So all those ads you see on the right-hand side, the ad you see at the top of a search result, people click on those. Google is one of 2 companies whose stock ever went over $700 a share. They make a lot of money off of paid advertising. If you haven't done it, you may want to give it a try. You may want to test the waters. And when I say test the waters, it's not like a newspaper or a magazine where your ad's in there and somebody gets that publication because of another desire, a sports desire, and all of a sudden there's your ad. Is it relevant? With online advertising and online presence, people are looking for your business, and that's when your ad shows up. So it's extremely relevant, and it's extremely important to have the right message to the people that you want to do business with. Here's some of the other applications that they utilize that you can use. Google Chrome is their browser. It's free to download. They have a toolbar that you can implement into the browser for quick, easy searching. Helpouts. You can reach out to people for free, Google technicians that will give you free advice. Of course, bookmarks, mobile products on your mobile devices, maps for mobile, search for mobile, AdWords we talked about a little bit, apps for work. Anybody here use PowerPoint? Okay. Anybody here use Excel? How expensive are those programs every time you have to upgrade them? Google has the exact same applications for free. Okay? Matter of fact, this PowerPoint presentation, I downloaded off of my Google Slides presentation. So I can use it either way, as a PowerPoint and or a Google Slide presentation. YouTube, cloud platform, Google Play. Google Play is pretty interesting. Anybody here have an iPhone? You have music on your iPhone?
No, but I'm going to.
Okay. Well, I have an ePhone, and on my ePhone I have Google Play. I have my music, I have some of my videos, but mainly I use that for my music. YouTube. What is YouTube? What do you mean videos?
Videos users post on the internet.
Videos posted on the internet. It is the second largest search engine in the world, okay, utilizing video technology, that you can use videos to optimize your business for free as long as you are posting them and you're coding them correctly. Okay, who owns YouTube? Google, which is why I'm focusing on Google here. Books, who has an iPad? Ever read books on it? I have an iPad. I read books on it all the time. Image search, news, video search, Picasa. Picasa is a very interesting image storage system within Google. They have facial recognition technology. What that means is when you upload your photos, Google will start recognizing the photos. And if you don't tag them, they'll come up with a suggestion that this may be this person for you to remember to tag it. Here's how I found it interesting. I uploaded a few pictures of my daughter, Megan. Megan has a cousin named Maura that she's never met. She has a cousin named Mary. Google's facial recognition technology in Picasa looked at it and told me that that could be any one of those three. It recognized the feature images of our family, just by uploading it. 10 years ago, we could not buy that technology. It was government only. Today it's free. It's part of Picasa. Maps, Google Earth, panoramics. You can look at panoramics all over the world. I love looking at panoramics in Ireland. Some of the most beautiful scenery there is. Blog searches, custom searches, patent searches. That will go a long way if you need to do business at all with Gary. Google Shopping, Finance, Scholar, Trends, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Docs. Google Docs is just like Microsoft Word, only you can also share it so you can collaborate with people. If you notice, I have a Baldwin Wallace logo up on the top to the right of the screen there. I did some collaboration with one of their professors, which gives me the right to utilize their logo from now on. We did that collaboration a lot using some of these Google programs. Slides is the PowerPoint. Forms, you can create invoices, you can create bills, you can create surveys. Drawings, sites. You can create a website now with Google. And guess how much it costs you?
Zero.
Nothing, it's free. Okay? You still have to apply to be able to use it, but as long as you're on the up and up, I've never known anybody to be denied. Google Calendar, which syncs with my ePhone, and Translate. If you're looking to communicate with somebody who speaks a different language, you can type it out in English, click the translation bar to one of about 80 different languages, and it will translate for you. Google Voice. You heard me talk about that last time. Google Voice is a free phone number that I give out to my clients that when they call me, it rings to my cell phone, it will send me a text, and it will send me an email if I choose it that way. I can forward my home phone to it, I can forward my office phone. So if I'm on vacation and I forward the home phone, people don't know my house is vacant. And it's also free. Google Cloud Print, where you can put anything and print from it. Google Plus. Now I'm going to touch on Google Plus just a little bit. Google Plus is Google's answer to Facebook. It's a social networking platform that is already ready to change. They are going to separate Google Plus into two different streams. One is going to be photos. The other one is going to be basically status changes and status updates. You can also have groups within there that you can share specific messages to specific groups. To give you an example, I have a group, they call them circles, that are all networking people. People who do what I do in the internet world. I have another group that is BNI people. Okay, so that if I want to send a message to you folks through my Google account, I can do it just to the BNI members. Blogger, very important for search engine optimization that you have a blog. Blogger is owned by Google, so that's one that we tend to recommend. Hangouts. Hangouts is where, instead of being here in this room together, we can do a Google Hangout where we're all sitting anywhere in the world. We log into it for free, and it's a live video stream that we can communicate together anywhere in the world. It's really neat. You don't have to pay for a GoToMeeting or anything like that. Code, if you need code developed, they have a whole bunch of tools that you can actually develop your own code even if you're not a code designer. So why am I talking about these? Because Google rules the internet today, and if you're not utilizing any of these products or these applications, it could be putting you at a business disadvantage if your competition is. That's what we do at CYA Team. Again, thanks for your attention, and I know I'm out of time. Any questions at all? Yes, sir.
I have a question. So, obviously, internet security is a big issue,
Mm-hmm.
and people are putting all this information onto Google, whether it's through the wallet, through Google Docs, or any of that stuff. Do you know anything about their internet security protocols, and any of that stuff?
Yeah, the nice thing about Google is you have one login, one user face for everything that you do. And they allow you to have the most secure system that's possible right now as an individual company. By that, I mean passwords. Okay. Most companies out there allow you to make a password that's letters and numbers, right? Google also allows you to use characters. So you could use the exclamation point, you can use the dollar sign, you can use the @ sign, you could use the, the hashtag. And when you mix up those different characters, that gets your personal account the most secure that it could possibly be. And they are also constantly upgrading their online security. I've been utilizing Google now since they came out. Knock wood, I've never, ever had an issue with them. Any other questions?
The one app that would create websites that also says Secure Group Wikis, what is that?
I don't know.
Okay, I was curious.
That's a new one that I haven't seen with them yet. But a wiki is it's basically an information site. So I don't know if that's what they're referring to, but without looking it up, I would guess that they're referring to a secure information type of website. But when they started it, it was very, very limited. Now they have many, many different templates that you can utilize. So if that's what they are referring to, they've gone way beyond that.
Hey, could you give an example of maybe I'm sure you don't have a typical client, but a business owner like one of us that you've helped?
I can give you a really good example sitting here in this room. You all know Sean bought his studio a year and a half ago. And one of the first things we did was we looked at his online presence. And we found that he was wrong on the maps. The location was wrong. We found that he didn't have a presence for his studio. So we started by getting him a couple of URLs designed for his business. We corrected his listing on Google Maps. We started soliciting some reviews, and we started doing some marketing. The marketing we started doing was through his blog, through Twitter, through Facebook, on an ongoing, consistent basis. We also started optimizing videos and photographs for his business. And we've been doing this now for not quite a year and a half, but fast approaching that. And today he dominates the local search for his business. And about 4 months ago maybe, he started appearing on the maps in Broadview Heights because that's an interest of his. So we started marketing the Broadview Heights area. And in doing so, I don't know if it's public knowledge or if he cares that I share this or not, but Sean last month was #1 for all fitness together studios in Ohio. So that's some great results. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah.
One other thing, you talk about web presence. I had my name on avo.com, all these lawyers.com, all these entities keep putting my name up, and they have information wrong. I don't know where they get their information. Some of them have my home address, so I had people look me up on there and show up at my house for meetings, and they forgot the address, so they're looking it up. Is there any way to eliminate that presence, or?
Well, there is. You can pay some people to go in and clean all that up. Okay. And I think sometimes that's why they do that, is so that they can sell you those types of services. The most effective way is to make sure that you're correct on Google Maps and that you're constantly updating the information on Google Maps by adding photos of your office, by adding contact information, by adding videos, all on Google Maps. And most of them draw their material from Google. Okay, and it might take a while, but eventually a lot of that junk will start falling off, or you can pay somebody to do it for you. Okay. We don't do that type of business, that type of work.
Okay, thanks.
It's called reputation management.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a company out there that we're affiliated with, the reputation.com, that all the Ford dealers have that same problem. Chevy dealers trying to use Ford dealers' names and so on and so forth. And we created a whitelist with Google that if they weren't a new Ford dealer, they would not appear in different new Ford searches. It costs a fortune. It costs a fortune. But reputation.com is very good for the small business, and we actually got the Ford dealers hooked up with them as well. Anything else? Perfect referral to us is anybody who has an online presence that wants to have a larger online presence in their own backyard.
How can you use Google to do a Skype connection?
Okay, well, Skype is another company out there that's a video conferencing. You just have to download Skype and use Skype, or you can use Google Hangouts, which is a video presentation through Google. Two separate companies.
All right, thanks, Eddie. That's all the time we have today.